ZBCN is currently trading around 0.0016. We are going to be talking about the ZBCN price update in this video, and also not to forget the entire cryptocurrency liquidation heatmap if we have the time. If you're paying attention, the entire cryptocurrency market sentiment is still currently in an extreme fear zone, indicating 12. As a matter of fact, if you ask me, we've never seen something like this before since 2022. As a matter of fact, if you didn't experience the 2022 market crash, the bear market, then this current market condition is obviously way worse than what we had in 2022. Because I don't just get it. Silver is crashing aggressively. Silver has had the biggest crash since 2008. Make it make sense. Gold is crashing. The US dollar is losing its value. BTC crypto market is tanking aggressively. We're going to be talking about the BTC on the weekly time frame as well, and also BTC dominance briefly, orders chart briefly, BTC price briefly. As a matter of fact, we talked about this price in our last ZBCN video, this BTC chart, and I told you guys the moment we are losing the $73,000 level is going to be disastrous for altcoins. But the most interesting thing now is the orders chart is saying otherwise. Now, remember, I told you guys the orders chart is what is keeping me going, is what has been motivating me to continue to stay strong in this current terrible, disastrous market condition. The market condition is very, very terrible. ZBCN has just tapped into, our limit order spot market buying territory, and we are left with 3 days and 5 hours until this current weekly candle comes to a close for ZBCN. Now let's go back to that BTC chart real quick. Now we've closed. I think we are left with 4 hours and 6 minutes until this daily candle close at below the 73k for BTC. Now this is where it gets interesting. Let's go back to the other BTC chart real quick. Now, for this BTC chart, I'm expecting a bounce for the price of BTC between 62k and 66k. Now, this is a zone I'm expecting BTC to get a brief bounce from there to the upside all the way to the 78 and 79k, which if that bounce is happening, the likes of ZBCN is likely to get a bounce as well to the upside. So the moment BTC get a relief rally to the 78, 79k level, we are likely to continue the correction to the downside. So it won't make sense to me, according to what the chart is saying, it won't make sense at all for we to lose this 2021 bull market peak for BTC. That is to say, my worst case scenario would be BTC trading around the 55, 54k level. Anything below that zone, then Jesus Christ, it is over. So ideally, we shouldn't lose this high liquidity territory for BTC. I'm expecting we to just consolidate in this liquidity territory and then get an altcoin season come March, April, May. Fingers crossed. Let's see how it goes. So if you ask me, we are correcting. We use the whole of January to correct. The correction is likely to continue this February, which is what we are experiencing already. And then towards the end of February, the middle to the end, we should start consolidating. And then March should be a bullish month for the market. That is what I'm expecting. I don't know what the market makers, the people responsible for the financial market reset have in mind. But in my own opinion, that should be what should happen according to what the chart is saying. Now, if you're paying attention to the orders chart against the BTC pair, altcoins are obviously outperforming BTC. Same thing with the MACD indicator. The MACD is looking interesting as well. The MACD line has crossed above the orange line, and I'm signaling a bullish reversal. And also, if you guys remember, I brought you guys attention when we first printed the first bullish MACD histogram. And the good news now is we've printed another bullish MACD histogram on the monthly time frame. This is the first time something like this is happening since 2020. This is what makes it interesting. That is to say, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Now, the market is now in a very, very scary phase, disappointing phase, annoying phase. I'm also super disappointed with the market condition. I'm not going to lie. But remember, I've consistently screamed at the top of my voice in almost every video that the orders chart against the BTC pair should hold this trend line. We should repeat the playbook of 2019, which from the look of things, we are likely to repeat that playbook. And if that is happening, then we should expect to get a bounce to the upside and also expect to get a bounce for ZBCN as well. Now, even if the ZBCN continues to drop, because I told you guys in the previous video, we still have an obvious liquidity here, a fair value gap, by the way. So even if ZBCN continues, it all depends. If you want to like increase your stop loss, then you can just drag it down here, which the moment that stop loss is getting hit, it is game over for you. You're exiting your ZBCN position on the spot market, not leverage market. But the moment we are able to hold above this territory around 0.0011 for ZBCN and not go below that, then I think the bounce is going to be astronomical, like seriously. We are going to go way beyond the previous high, way beyond 0.002772, sorry. So fingers crossed, let's see how it goes. And yeah, so that's that for that. Like this video if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Now, if you're paying attention to the cryptocurrency liquidation heat map, now in the last 30 days, we've had a lot of liquidation. And the saddest part is most of the positions getting liquidated are the long position. Now, if you're paying attention to January 31st, 2026, we had $1.7 billion of worth of long positions liquidated that day, and with just $81 million worth of short positions getting liquidated. Now, fast forward to, 5th of February 2026, we've liquidated, the market makers has liquidated more than $600 million worth of long positions and $50 million worth of short positions were liquidated, which is, the gap is obvious, like seriously, the gap is obvious. And in the last few minutes, the market makers have liquidated more than $200 million worth of long positions, and also $57 million worth of short positions. So I think the best advice I can give is for you to stay out of the market. As a matter of fact, not the general market. Buy the dip if you can on the spot market. But for the leverage market, run away from the leverage market for now until the entire market settles, until the dust settles. As always, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Peace out.